Watching 18 News Today.
Welcome back to 18 News Today. I'm here in studio with Dave DeGolier from the communication managers from the Corning Southern Finger Lakes. That is a mouthful. Dave, how are you doing this morning?
Good, how are you?
So can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing here today?
Yeah, I came in to talk a little bit about the Days of Incandescence, which happens every October. And basically the concept behind it is in 1879 and then again in 1880, Thomas Edison got patents for creating these special filaments that when electricity passed through them, they got hot enough to emit light. It's called incandescent light. Basically, he had to reach out to someone to actually create the glass to hold the light. He couldn't just use a milk bottle because it would break or get blackened. So he reached out to Corning Flint Glass Works, sent a representative there who tried, the master glass blower in Corning was trying to make these the right shape, but he wasn't doing too well. And this kid was actually swinging a pipe and blew a bubble, and the representative said, that's what we need. But the interesting thing is years later, 3 different men claimed to be that boy. So there's a little mystery around that. And last year we created this fictional story called The Legend of the Gathers. We created a chapbook about the actual history, but in a fictional way. And this phantom boy shows up to blow the bubble. And the Days of Incandescence are basically a multi-day celebration of that actual history, and also the supernatural Halloween element that goes on every October.
I was going to say, that's a great story. I know I'm not originally from the Twin Tiers, but that's a story I've never heard before.
Yeah,
that's like so unique. Like
yeah.
Thomas Edison got help from here in the Corning area to get everything that's going on in the studio right now to work.
Yeah, we take it for granted light bulbs are everywhere, but this started someplace, and Corning played a big role in that a lot of people don't know about. So it was kind of a neat way of telling that unique story, but also tying it into the Halloween and all the events that are going on.
And it is a great way to do so. And I know you also had another event that's coming up related to Halloween that you guys were trying to talk about.
Well, part of the Days of Incandescence, there's multiple events. So it starts on the 19th of October, runs through Halloween, and there's everything from an urban arts crawl with costumes. There's for adults, there's a libation crawl. There's story time where they're actually going to be actors in Centerway Square performing part of the story. Bringing it to life, including a little pug. So if you like dogs, that'll be kind of cool.
My sister has a pug, so that is kind of the dog of choice, at least for me.
Yep. There's some historic tours going on throughout those 13 days, and it all culminates in Halloween with trick-or-treat in the Gaffer District, and then there's a costume contest with prizes and everything. So it's a lot of fun for families, adults.
And I've got to ask, what was the winning costume prize contest winner last year? Do you know?
I'm trying to, well, there's so many different categories, so there were quite a few different ones. There was a Sully from Monsters, Inc., and there were some of the kids really got into costume. I mean, there was a mummy, there was a kid who was a zombie that was pretty cool. I mean, there's some really elaborate costumes. There was a whole family of pirates. It was pretty neat.
That is exciting. And what, I guess, what are your guys' all the money raised from all these events, what does that go towards? How does that help out the Gaffer District?
So, the project is kind of a collaboration with a few different organizations. The Gaffer Business District Association, the Gaffer District, my organization. And each event, the thing is there are so many different events happening, but they all had their own little life, and nobody really knew about them. So we wanted to bring them all together collectively so people could say, hey, there's a lot going on here.
And it sounds it too.
Yeah, and I mean, so the very first event that kicks off is called All Hallows Haunted Happenings at the Heritage Village, which is a combination of historic buildings in Corning. So that's like a fundraiser for them. So the money that they raise at that event goes to help fund the historic buildings. So each one has its own little focus, but they're all part of a bigger piece.
Well, Dave, I want to thank you so much for coming into studio. We're going to have all the information about this upcoming event on our website, mytwintiers.com, and we'll be right back with more news and weather after the break.